we will play against a great team. We know the three players. Arsenal is a great team that play a good football. Our expectation, of course, is to win the both games, but at least at minimum 4 points. So we are very good in training, and we want to reproduce it in official match day now.
We both got 3 points from the first match day. Both won a game, both lost a game. And the thing what I noticed about Barcelona is that they conceded a lot of goals. So they are quite vulnerable, especially at the back. But on the other hand, they have shown that they can score quite easy as well. So we have to be aware of that. But yeah, I expect a very offensive Barcelona. We have to be ready for their individual actions. And but if we just play our game, then I think we can beat them in 2 games.
Some fighting words from both teams there, but of course this is the featured match of the day. There is a lot on the line, not just for these guys playing against each other, for you guys at home as well. The predictions are in for our campaign that we did put out, and no surprise to see the plethora of Barcelona fans coming on through. 91% of you think that Barcelona are going to win this game, and of course there is eFootball.Pro points up for the winners. If you didn't manage to enter this prediction campaign, you of course can get in there for match day number 3. Keep an eye on our social platforms for information on how to enter. And of course, as mentioned, eFootball.Pro points are on the line, but that's not the only way you can get eFootball.Pro points. As long as you have your account linked and you are watching on our campaign page, you will get 300 points just for watching today. So Harry, I've got the stream up on my other monitor here as well, so I can get these eFootball.Pro points coming in, because that's what a lot of you guys are here to get a hold of. But of course, you get to watch some fantastic eFootball.Pro as well. But what a game number 1 we've got coming up, Harry.
Yeah, it's interesting to see actually the prediction campaign being so lopsided. Obviously, I think a lot of people, certainly hedging their bets on Barcelona purely because, it's a massive club, isn't it, Barcelona, but also how they performed last week individually against AS Roma. We have our referees here, of course, Jesus and Sergio on the hand as ever to officiate the match, make sure everything's in order. But you're right, huge match here. The 2 teams at the moment after match day 1, like Dominator said there in the VT, only separated by goal difference. They both won a game, both lost a game on match day 1. So be interesting to see which club comes out on top in this one. The people at home thinking Barcelona should be a rout, but I think this one's going to be a bit more of a tactical affair with a Dominator at the helm of the North London club.
Of course, I think, the 91% towards Barcelona is saying a lot. A lot of you guys really leaning towards that side of things. But my goodness, look at that Arsenal lineup as well. Very well experienced, it has to be said. But we're nearly ready to get into the very first game. And I'm excited, Harry. Barcelona against Arsenal. How many times down the years have we seen this game? And it's always been eventful. No changes to come on through, but here we go. Barcelona shooting from left to right, of course, in their home kit. And in the white, it will be Arsenal from right to left. Oh my goodness, already straight off the start there. Shaky from Arsenal. Eventually, we'll get that one away. Not the start you would have wanted, Harry.
No, certainly not. Barcelona, we know they like to use their individual brilliance. As we saw in the best goal of match day 1, they're coming forward here.
Louise will get in the way, and Leno will get through to pick that up as then Dominator takes control and spreads it out wide to Saka. And back out now to Indijawa now. Smith Rowe in the middle. Barbosa controlling, but in towards Aubameyang. And Dominator, of course, the guy that's going to be controlling this game for his team. How do you see his performance being? How influential does he have to be for the team?
Well, as Braithwaite just sneaks in behind, clearly offside there, just didn't time his run there, the Palmer, properly. He's the man in touch with the tactics for Arsenal. He's obviously going to get some instruction from his twin brother in Jawa, and Barbosa, of course, is going to have a say as well. But famous for using this 5 at the back tactic. I wonder if that is going to be enough in terms of personnel numbers just to quell the individual skill that we've seen from Barcelona. But speaking about Arsenal's defence, let's talk about their attack. I mean, the Dominators seem to think that this Barcelona defence themselves would be a bit susceptible here today on match day 2. So we'll see if they have the key to unlock the door, so to speak, and hopefully we can see lots of goals either way.
Slow start from both teams, though. Neither really getting too much of a hold of a good attacking opportunity. Or is that how now come to Willian in the box, squares it across to Aubameyang, and it's Jawa to put it away. Oh, it's offside. Oh, it's
how
so
close is
it
this?
has to be so close.
He did the right thing. Barbosa it was, I think, feeding into Jawa. Oh, he's just ahead of him. It's so often we see Barbosa last season for Boa Vista just tuck those home, go a bit selfish. He decided to go selfless this time. And into Jawa just ahead of the ball. Unfortunate.
Dominator now looking for the pass out wide to Jawa once again. Is this going to be their route? A big tackle comes through, and this will be cleared away by Ousmane Dembele and Alex, of course. But Arsenal with the better start here now. Barbosa out wide, back in now to Dominator. What can he do? What can he create? Deep line here from Barcelona, Harry.
Yeah, I think Arsenal probably one of those teams as well, Chris, that would have benefited from the winter break. With Dominator's tactics, this 5 at the back setup, it can be complex to get right, but the more time you spend with it, the more you start to realise how influential those wing backs and wingers can work in tandem, and we'll see if that has been the case, as there's a foul there by Alex GRD. Be surprised to see if that player doesn't go into the referee's book.
Dominator to take this free kick. Short to Ceballos. Pass out wide towards Nicolas Pepe. Not going to work out this time round, and eventually Barcelona will be able to break. It's going to be Coutinho under the control of Alex GRD. Out now to the Palmer. Braithwaite getting the legs going. Passes inside now to Lionel Messi. The first touch was phenomenal, but it can't quite get him away. Dembele now under the control of La Palma. What a strike that is! Ousmane Dembele, the Frenchman, buries it into the bottom right corner, and we got the first goal of match day number 2.
And it's another lovely individual goal. Scored by FC Barcelona. This is what we expected this season when La Palma put this squad together. It's the aforementioned captain of Barcelona, La Palma. Gets a little lucky really with the clearance landing straight at his feet. Took a little deflection, a little feint there just to cut onto his right foot was all that Dembele needed. And the captain steps up for the Catalan club. Now it's about whether or not Arsenal can come back from this. That's a lovely little dummy though. Leno maybe should do better, but well, the Palmer won't mind at all. Lovely early goal for Barcelona.
And that's to be said, it's come after a little bit of sustained pressure from Arsenal. They started off maybe the stronger and had a very good chance to go 1-0, but now they find themselves down 1-0. We'll need to get things going. That's a cracking ball by David Luiz out towards Saka, and Jawa couldn't get that one under control, and it will be a free kick to Barcelona. Frustration in the bottom right corner, Harry.
Yeah, you could see Jawa there just almost wincing, wasn't he? He knows how influential an early goal can be in a game of eFootball PES, but they need to be careful defensively here, Arsenal.
Dembele out wide, Palmer in control. Keeping a close control. Can he get through by Saka? If he did, Smith Rowe was there, and it's Barbosa with the big clearance. Messi chips it through though. Coutinho goes for the shot towards Leno, who will palm it into the box, and Braithwaite with the return. It's 2 fast goals for Barcelona. Some fortune in this one as well, and Arsenal will be ruining that missed chance towards the beginning of the game. They are 2-0 down already.
Yeah, Alex R, the goal scorer, doubles Barcelona's lead, but it's almost like he's assisted himself here. because he's in control here. I'm not sure if this is a cross to the back post or if he's intentionally tried to lob Bernd Leno, but either way, it comes back, breaks really nicely for him. Leno just does not deal with this whatsoever. Palms it straight back into the man who won the best goal of Matchday 1 this season, and you can see the smile on the young man's face on the right-hand side. He knows he was fortunate to get the rebound, but they all count the same, Chris. 2-0.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be winning any awards next week, but I don't think he'll complain nonetheless. 2-0 now to Barcelona. Fantastic to see them getting forward, and I mean, they're taking their chances when they come. Could they come once more here again? Dembele can't quite release Coutinho, and now it is the turn of Indijao to get it now out to Barbosa. And dominating now with Ceballos, looking for Smith Rowe, finds his way to Willian, but can't quite get through. Arsenal still putting the pressure on, but they need to here, Harry. 2-0 down. And Indijao now can't get anything going, and this one is cleared away. Socrates now to Chambers. And this one will be cleared away by Arsenal. Oh, I have to be careful here. It feels like there's a couple of mistakes leaking into Arsenal's game, Harry. A couple of passes going wayward. Smith Rowe to Willian. That's a misplaced pass towards Saka, which was actually from Indijao. Can't seem to get anything going here, Arsenal.
Yeah, just seem a little bit sloppy, don't they? And I think Dominator was hoping for a much less organised defensive display from Barcelona after Matchday 1. They conceded 5 goals in those 2 matches against AS Roma. But so far, I've been very impressed with the defensive changes that have come into effect over the winter break here for the Catalan club. They're doing well, and right now Arsenal just don't have enough time on the ball to really conjure anything up.
Oh. It's going to be Aubameyang to get one back here for Arsenal. It's just one good ball through, and that's all it takes for Arsenal to get one back. Aubameyang completely free in the middle. If there's anybody you don't want there, it is him, and it will be a goal to Arsenal. 2-1 now. And what a start we've had to this game, Harry. Matchday number 2 has kicked off with a bang.
Well, right as I'm saying, Arsenal don't have enough time on the ball. They didn't even need time this time around. Really quick, incisive passing, and it's the captain in Dominator, I believe, to stick that one home. Gets his 2nd of the season, and right before half-time as well. That might just change some of the tactics or some changes that perhaps were in the offing here for either side. That certainly is going to maybe throw a spanner in the works here coming to this second half.
Yeah, I think it's been a very interesting first half. It's been strange because Barcelona, you have to say their 2 goals were somewhat fortunate in some certain kind of way. And you feel as if Arsenal were probably in a position to go 1-0 up very, very early on, if it not been for a very, very close offside call. But we head into the second half of game number 1 with a very, very evenly poised game. Barcelona with the slight advantage, but Arsenal still seem to be playing some decent football here.
Yeah, you've got to take a bit of pride out of those early chances as well in the first half. I mean, you know that you can get chances. You know they're going to come your way. That goal before the half-time whistle is obviously going to help you in terms of confidence in the second half. But, yeah, you can see the press from Barcelona. They just do not want Arsenal playing with the ball at their feet. They want pressure on the man with the ball at all times. And we'll have to see if Arsenal are able to play around this.
Smith Rowe now looking for the ball within Dominator, trying to get it out wide. There was a man free towards the left-hand side. Socrates defending very aggressively. Good play by Dominator, trying to dictate this game for Arsenal, who, as you said, they're trying to keep a hold of the ball, but the pressure from Barcelona is just too strong. That's a lump ball forward. Leno should get there, and Dominator will clear this one, but it will be an offside position for Willian, and that will be a free kick to Barcelona in their own half. Luis should clear this one, and will be Dominator to try and get this one away. Coutinho, though, and to Braithwaite. It's Alex Sart. And Alex Giardini trying to combine together. Braithwaite, though, he's inside the box, and what a strike that is on his left foot. It's Alex once again in 3-1 to Barcelona. Every single sniff of the goal they get, they seem to bury it, and Arsenal, they can't keep the ball out of the net.
Well, there were plenty of questions asked when Alex R has been selected for this Barcelona squad. Some people saying too young, other people saying, who is this man? He's got 4 goals already across the 2 match days. His second here against Arsenal in the first game. And what a strike it is as well. Was it Braithwaite again there for the young man on the right-hand side of your screen? I think it was the Palmer with the assist as well. Tell you what, Alex CRD here playing against his former clubs. I mean, any nerves he had has just been completely put to bed by his teammates, because I don't want to say they're doing all the work, but they're certainly contributing with all the goals. He doesn't even need to worry about that aspect of the game here.
Hasn't needed to. He really hasn't. And Alex R now just doing the defensive work too. Is Messi on side for Alex Giardi? It seems that way. Oh, he's looking for the pass back to Braithwaite, but once again, good defending by the Arsenal side. I say once again, but it really has been sort of haphazard at times for the North London club. What a ball that is to Coutinho, though. Here we go with Alex R again. Can't quite squeeze through. Those intricate passes in the final third from Barcelona have been accurate. They've been menacing, and they've been siding through this Arsenal defence. Messi now looking for Coutinho. Can't quite find it. Will be cleared away by Indejawa via David Luiz. Alex Giardini now looking for Coutinho as the Palmer going to get in on the action. That's a big chance. And it very well could have been fought. Fantastic build up here. And once again, Braithwaite at the heart of it. Coutinho, you expect him to do better.
Just skims the netting there, doesn't he? And, well, I was going to question when the changes would come in here for Arsenal. Looks like they're not actually using the 5 at the back. They've switched to a 3 now. And, well, I'm not surprised, to be honest with you. They need goals, and they need to come pretty soon if they want to snatch anything in terms of a result out of this first game against Barcelona. 2 goals down.
Changes of foot, of course, and they need to do something to inspire them here. It has to be said, though, I think if you are Arsenal on this one, you have had chances. You have been able to occasionally get through this Barcelona defence, so that's got to give you some sort of positivity heading in towards this final 20 or so in-game minutes. But if you're Barcelona, you know whenever you get a chance, you're basically going to score it. Only the Coutinho one being missed. Every other half chance is being converted by the Catalan side, but Griezmann is going to pick up the ball here, and here's Lionel Messi. It is going to be Alex R to find another goal. The outside of the post.
Oh,
so
Chris.
It was the first touch, Harry.
It was. I wonder if the option was there with Braithwaite again, but I think Alex R, knowing he's on a hat-trick, knowing his club is 2 goals up, maybe just fancied the match ball there. It's unfortunate for Arsenal because up one end, Indejawa was in behind with Mesut Ozil. The pass just couldn't find him. They decided to go backwards instead, and it almost spelled their doom.
Yeah, it was a loose ball, wasn't it, in the middle? Couldn't get anything going, but look at the Barcelona players swarming. That doesn't come down to anything else apart from everybody controlling who they should be and getting aggressive in their defensive game.
Yeah, Chris,
Well
and when you watch
Barcelona,
the way that Arsenal play when Barcelona have the ball in midfield, there's just no pressure. I mean, just look at the Palmer here. I mean, there's players having to come from behind rather than attacking them and pressuring them from the front. So that's a complete contrast in the 2 clubs' play.
Oh, the Palmers scraped through. Braithwaite in the middle as well. Good defending. Once again by Arsenal. And this won't be played out wide to Pepe now. It's a loose ball forward. It just seems to be that they're not on the same wavelength this week, Arsenal, in the first game at least anyway. Braithwaite with the back heel. Not able to find anything that time, Alex R. Now Barbosa playing it forward. That's a good ball out to Pepe and dominated. Now what can he do to create? Passes it back towards Aubameyang. Dominator looking for the chip through. Surely this is a goal. Oh my goodness, Ozil just can't get it under control. And that was potentially a big opportunity.
Yeah, good defensive work there from Alex GRD. Clears the ball away. Indajawa surely would have had a tap in almost from 6 yards out, but defensively it's it's suspect, but it's getting the job done for Barcelona. We saw their 35% possession for them, but the only stat that really matters, Chris, as we often say, is the goals, and it's 3-1 in their favour now with just 5 in-game minutes to go.
As a famous pundit once said, goals win games, Harry. And at this moment in time, Barcelona are the ones finding the goals. Busquets now under control by the Palma, just slowing this game down. They don't need to necessarily pressure any further, but will they anyway? It's a dink ball through. Braithwaite offside by a hair's breadth there, Harry. Another close
maybe
call by the referees.
Offside.
An earlobe. Are we getting the lines out to draw them this time round? I don't know if the earlobe counts as offside. Who knows in this day and age? Arsenal, can they find anything miraculous here? Even a goal would not necessarily be a bad thing for them, although you feel as if the point is maybe a little bit far. Aubameyang to Lacazette, into Willian. It's a well-worked opportunity. And they just can't get the ball in the back of the net. It has to be said, Barcelona have had more chances, but Arsenal have had theirs too. The difference being Barcelona have been horribly clinical. And Arsenal will not be taking anything from this first game.
Manual save from Alex Sarr as well, the man with 2 goals in this match. As the corner comes in, I'm not sure he had much to do with it, but he'll take the in-game points for the save.
Barcelona just trying to clear their lines as the time does pass by. And that will be game number 1, and that will be Barcelona taking it 3-1. 3 points on the board for them before we head into the second game. But it has to be said, Harry, just a very clinical performance in terms of the opportunities they had. They made the most of them every single time.
Yeah, they were very content, weren't they, with letting Arsenal have the ball. And I don't know whether or not that's maybe a bit of research being done by the men on your screen after watching Arsenal play against Schalke 04 on Matchday 1. I mean, they only scored 2 goals on that Matchday against Schalke 04, one of the arguably weaker teams in the league. I know Schalke probably won't like me saying that, and they'll no doubt want to try and prove me wrong going into the this and future Matchdays. But for all possession that Arsenal had, not only on Matchday 1, but in that game as well, game number 1, they didn't really threaten the goal too many times, apart from that Willian chance at the start. So maybe Barcelona over the winter break just analysing some of Arsenal's play. We did see that really unfortunate offside from Indajawa. I mean, we are talking millimetres. He's only just in front of the ball for the square, and at that point it's 1-0 to Arsenal if that isn't offside. But instead Barca just go up the other end, and from then it's almost like a sucker punch, isn't it? So disappointment for Arsenal. They have another game coming in game 2 here, Chris. That's the main thing. But for me, I want to see them be a bit more, put a bit more impetus in terms of pressing the ball in the midfield. We saw a complete contrast in the way the two clubs were approaching the midfield battle. We saw Barcelona hassling and harrying the Arsenal midfield. They didn't really have any time to conjure up any chances, and well, the chances that they did get came from one-touch passing, which can be very hit and miss in PES. So it was a good game plan from Barcelona. I think if Arsenal can do the same thing in the midfield, they might be able to maybe take a bit of pressure off their own defence and maybe get a few lucky breaks here and there, and maybe score some of the goals that we saw Barcelona score in that first match. I mean, that one right there from Alex R, very fortunate indeed. But yeah, an interesting game 1. I don't think Arsenal will be very happy with it. And I think they'll be disappointed when you consider in the pre-match video, the interview we saw with Dominator, they thought that this Barcelona defence, Chris, would be very wide open. They shipped plenty of goals on Matchday 1 against AS Roma, and well, it seems the winter break has done them very, very well, because they looked very regimented and very organised there in game 1.
They really did, and I think if you're Arsenal, you have to take the positives from this one, is that, you know, a couple of the Barcelona goals result from maybe deflections out, etc., you know, but Barcelona have only got to take the chances that are presented there in front of them. They did so, and I think if you're Arsenal, you can sort of say, you know, we may be unfortunate with some of the chances that did present themselves towards that Barcelona side. But going into the second game, it has to be so much better on the offensive side for the Arsenal side. Just really couldn't get anything going. But I think, you know, you look back to it as well, if that goal isn't offside, if Aubameyang had maybe just not stepped ever so slightly too early, it's a very, very different landscape at the beginning of the game.
Well, what's interesting is we're seeing Arsenal actually start with this 3 at the back going into game 2. I do wonder whether or not that's a formation change coming into Matchday 2, whether they've been starting with it in match 1. I didn't quite catch a glimpse of the tactics before the match started, but they're starting this game 2 with that 3 at the back. I wouldn't be surprised to see them switch to a 5 should they get the first goal, but that is an interesting tactic. Maybe putting that extra man in midfield will help them out in terms of pressuring the ball early, like I've been asking them to do coming into this second game, Chris. We'll see what changes that has here on the complexion of the match.
And in the game number 2 we go. Barcelona in the black from right to left, and Arsenal in the red and white from left to right. And it's going to be Messi with the first opportunity here for Barcelona. It was Alex Giardi getting down the right-hand side. Close control from Messi, always difficult to deal with. It's whipped in towards the front post and all the way over. Strange corner out of the Barcelona side, but the first foray into the Arsenal third. Leno will clear this one away for Arsenal now, towards Pepe. Oh, very nicely done. Smith Rowe now with Dominator, looking to spread it wide towards Saka. Does get towards Indejawa. Barbosa with Willian now to Ceballos. This is a well-worked goal if it gets itself there, but Smith Rowe, the touch just not good enough for Indejawa that time round. Maybe a lot to ask, but so well-worked by Arsenal.
Yeah, nice pass from Dominator as well. Good vision being shown by the captain. Trying to feed his twin brother, but signs of life here early on from Arsenal. That will give them, again, a bit of confidence, a bit of gusto as this free kick comes in. It should be cleared nice and easy.
Messi on the edge of the box, nearly deflects its way through towards Braithwaite, but another opportunity potentially for Barcelona, but neither team really grasping this one quite yet. Barcelona seem to be snatching at the chances a little bit here early on. I think they know an early goal will put them in good stead again, but David Luiz will get in the way of this one. Another corner to Barcelona. Left in towards the front post again. It's Busquets in the box. It will be cleared away. Dembele on the edge. Oh, the feint inside the shot. Oh, my goodness. That's not far away, Harry.
Oh, they are close. Very, very quickly becoming my favourite team to watch. Oh, Alex Giardi with the double touch there. I think he watched Alex Sarr's goal last match day and thought, you know what, that €10,000 prize for the best goal of the match day, that looks pretty good. I think it would look good with my name on it as well. So went for the double touch there, and you always have to be mindful of this Barcelona squad. As soon as they get the ball into the feet of a player that's capable of that kind of skill move, you have to be very wary of what way and what skill move, what kind of magic they can conjure up from the types of players like Ousmane Dembele just there.
Arsenal really trying to play an Arsenal style of football at the moment. These one-touch passes not quite working out this time round, but Aubameyang will find it inside. Can he find his way to Smith Rowe? Yes, he can. It's going to be a dominator with Saka, and Willian will get going. This is Barbosa on the ball. Pass back inside towards Indominator, and now up to Indejawa. Finds Indominator again with Pepe. Back to Aubameyang with Indejawa. It's a good save. Maybe the chance hasn't finished yet. Indominator with Pepe. And plenty of Barcelona bodies in front of the ball, and they will clear this one away. Arsenal are knocking on the door.
Yeah, this is better from Arsenal, isn't it? Been quite solid defensively, and the chances are starting to come their way here in this second game. You just don't want to see the same thing happen that happened in game one, where they came so close to scoring and then Barcelona hit you with the sucker punch. I'd like to see Arsenal get a goal here soon, Chris.
Pepe, it's into the front post towards Barbosa. Can it be picked up by Indominator? Not quite. Cleared away again. Not just knocking, but banging on the door, Arsenal. Barbosa will get a hold of this one with David Luiz, and it will be played out to Indejawa. But I think for Barcelona, you're seeing these chances come towards Arsenal, but you're defending them well, and that's the important thing.
Yeah, and the longer these games go on, the longer these match days tick away, and the longer Barbosa is yet to break his duck. I mean, he hasn't scored a goal in the league yet so far. Fair enough, we're only here on match day 2, but last season, Chris, he was a top 3 goal scorer for Boa Vista and league-wide. He's yet to open his account so far here in the 2021 season. You'd like to get him firing and get him going soon if you're Arsenal, because, well, things like this can happen.
Oh, Messi is in, and he doesn't miss there. The keeper was on his way out. And he punishes him for that as well. The right foot of Lionel Messi isn't usually his best weapon, but this time around, it does the business.
Well, it's the sucker punch again, isn't it, Chris? We were asking for an Arsenal goal, and it's Barcelona from nothing, from a misplaced pass in the midfield. It goes straight through to Messi. I'm not sure exactly who the goal scorer was. We'll get confirmation in just a moment, but for all Arsenal's probing and pressing, you can see the disappointment, because they know they should have had a goal for their pressure, and it's instead them approaching half-time at 1-0 down instead.
I believe it's Alex R who gets the goal for Barcelona
Who
once
else?
again. He can't stop scoring. Can Arsenal answer back quickly? Not this time round. Braithwaite should be able to clear this one to Messi. Alex R all on his own. The touch is heavy. Dominator now looking for something going forward. It's going to be so disheartening after all the pressure Arsenal have had to succumb to one through ball. Well, Barcelona maybe made a bit of a hash of this one, but Piqué will get this one away. Just about. Alex R clears that one. But once again, a Dominator here with Smith Rowe. All the way outside towards Pepe. Barbosa can't do anything with it. It's a heavy first touch, but I believe that will be a corner. What can Arsenal find from this one? It will be Dominator to whip this one in, but not very far. This one, and Dembele gets in the way. Now Saka under control of Dominator. Barbosa now with El Neni. And towards the Dominator. It's a good ball towards Willian. What a goal by Arsenal! It's been coming, but the Brazilian's the one that curled into the top right corner. A fantastic goal, one apiece, and you have to say it's all they deserve, Arsenal. 1-1.
That's such an important goal for Arsenal. And I believe it's Indejawa, the man to rifle this into the top corner. Wonderful strike with so many bodies around him as well. So important. You don't get a deflection just to take the sting off the ball there. His second of the season now, Indejawa. He's really stepping up for this Arsenal club. And I tell you what, with half-time approaching, they might get another one.
And they may well do here. Barbosa whips it in towards Aubameyang. Piqué, can he clear it? He won't need to. Will be eventually the Palmer to get rid. But my goodness, Arsenal have got their tails up now. Throw-in to come. I have a feeling this one's going to go backwards. It will be Dominator now to try and find maybe the final pass of the half, but Pepe is going to try and find one inside. That was Indejawa looking for Barbosa. Can't quite get there. And that should be the end of proceedings. One apiece at half-time in game number 2. It's been a cracking first half of this second game. Very backwards and forwards, but you have to say, Arsenal probably just about the better team.
Well, I mean, if you're going by the possession statistic alone, 70% possession in the London club's favour. But they need to start converting that statistic into goals, because they could be very, very clear by this point if they're able to do that. I'm not sure what the issue is really for Arsenal. They've been sort of feeding off half chances here and there, haven't really been able to get things going properly as we'd like to see from them. But importantly, Chris, it's 1-1 as we see the updates of the goals. I mean, look at Alex R, 5 goals, leading goal scorer in the league so far.
This will just about be cleared away by Alex R. Not just doing it at one end of the pitch, is he? And Dominator with Ceballos now. Is Aubameyang going to be able to get onto that one? It will be cleared very, very quickly by the Palmer. And maybe this is a break for Barcelona to get going, but they're going to be shut down in that respect by a bit of a cynical foul in the middle of the pitch there.
Yeah, an important one, I think, for Barbosa to make with Ceballos, because we've seen how quickly Barcelona can break. You want to try and deny them those types of breakaways. And Barbosa knew exactly what he was doing.
And Dominator to Indejawa, not able to quite find the pass. And Palmer will be offside with Braithwaite. A couple of them offside, actually. And Arsenal retain the ball. 55 minutes gone here in game number 2. It's been a fantastic start to match day number 2 in our featured game. Yeah, with Arsenal and Barcelona taking each other on. You can see the league table on the left-hand side, of course. Arsenal and Barcelona both playing a game extra to everybody else who will play it throughout the rest of today. Looking good for Barcelona at this moment in time, though. 7 points if it stays how it is. Ceballos now, though, with Barbosa. Will find in Dominator, looking for his twin brother in the middle. And Indejawa can't quite get it under control with Aubameyang. Once again, the ball forward towards Willian, and Indejawa can't quite find Barbosa that time. Braithwaite will get this one away. The Palmer trying to release, but can't quite get there. Now in Dominator. Will shrug past the tackle. It's a good ball out wide from Barbosa. Can't quite find the Dominator for the return, but plenty of good football in the middle of the pitch here. Barcelona, though, will feel they probably have to change something up at this moment in time, though, Harry. Not much going right for them now.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen a couple of times, haven't we, on the offside replays. We've seen, 2-3 Barcelona players looking for that break in behind. I think that's how they're trying to play. That's their style of play here against this Arsenal team that are happy to play with the ball. Barcelona, I believe I saw just 23% possession, playing very direct and happy to let Arsenal play with the ball.
It seems to be they're playing pretty different to how they did in the first game, though, Harry.
Yeah, this is true. I feel like that Arsenal have made the adjustments in the midfield that we saw from the first game. And we saw Barcelona obviously willing to press very, very high. And, well, as we see their 2 players clatter for the ball, it's been a very different story here in this second game. Arsenal have had a bit more time in the middle third, and that's no doubt contributed towards their possession statistic here in the second game.
The throw-ins come for Barcelona. Has to be said, though, even though Arsenal have had their chances, the more that the game goes on, do you feel as if they'll start to rue it? Braithwaite now out to Jordi Alba. This will be potentially an opportunity for Alex Hart to try and construct that. Can't quite get it going, and it will be another throw into Barcelona. It just takes one good opportunity for them, though. Aubameyang will get going here, though. Barbosa controlling it. Good ball back to Indejawa, and Dominator's making the run through the middle with Lacazette. He has Aubameyang as well. It's a gilt-edge opportunity potentially, but that pass has got to be misplaced, but the attack continues. And Dominator now back to Indejawa. Dominator in the middle into Barbosa. Back to Dominator with Ozil. Can he get a hold of it? Not quite. Harry, that's a chance.
Maybe should have struck it with Ozil. There were so many bodies in front of Ozil there. Why not just have a strike instead of trying to find a pass?
Oh, but who is going to have a strike? It's this time it's in Dominator. It's the left foot of Aubameyang which sticks it in the top left corner.
We switch to 5 at the back.
The defensive changes may well be coming here, as you can hear, but Barcelona will be disappointed with that. Just couldn't clear their lines, and Arsenal get it done.
Yeah, wonderfully played. Once again from Arsenal. I was disappointed that they had a decent chance previous maybe to get a shot away or goal, but they make this one count, and look at the relief and the emotion shown from Barbosa. And we heard, as you said, do we switch to a 5 at the back now? Here is the change we expected to see, the formation we expected from Arsenal on your right-hand side. That 5 at the back, it was employed on Matchday 1 against Schalke 04. It didn't net them too many chances going up the pitch, but it provided a decent defensive standpoint to work from. There's only a little bit of time left in the game. Still time, though, for Barcelona maybe to snatch one back.
I think the thing is here as well for Arsenal that it seems to have worked out better on both ends of the pitch what they were playing, but it seems as if they are going to change it up. And Barcelona, of course, to go significantly more attacking. So we're in for a fantastic last 17 minutes of in-game time. Barbosa very passionate to see his team go 2-1 up there. And they're going to retain the ball immediately from kickoff. This is going to feel like a much better Arsenal performance than the first game, but they will know that wasn't good enough from them. But the second one has been just strides better, especially going forward. And Barcelona haven't been able to deal with them. And right now we have Indominator in the middle, in De Jawa, looking for the pass. Back to Barbosa now. It's good football again by Arsenal. Bad touch there by Barbosa. But we have seen, though, Harry, like, at the beginning of the game where Arsenal were having all the opportunities. It took one good through ball from the Barcelona side, but it's a good through ball towards Aubameyang, and it's there for Barbosa and his first goal with the eFootball.Pro season. That should be game. That should be done. That's 3-1 to Arsenal. They should be looking good for 3 points here.
That is going to be such a relief for the Boa Vista captain of last season, joining a big club like Arsenal in the eFootball.Pro standings, brought in to turn things around along with the twins. This is a tricky chance here, Chris. I mean, we saw, I think it's the Palmer just coming across to try and cover the shot, make the shot a little bit more difficult, but the 1-2 wonderfully played. I think it's Indominator supplying the assist. He's having a great season himself, by the way, but look at the emotion. That's pure relief from Barbosa. He finally opens his account, and what a goal. One that should really seal the 3 points here for Arsenal.
Well, it should do, but this looks like Alex Giardi potentially has a chance with Antoine Griezmann. Can't get it through the swathes of Arsenal bodies there. It's a good ball in towards Piqué. Barcelona have got one back. 3-1 down to 3-2 in the matter of moments, and it just takes a ball lumped into the box, and it's a centre-back there to attack it. Gerard Piqué makes it 3-2.
Well. Just as we thought, that Barbosa goal might be the one to seal the result here. Barcelona come up the other end, and it's, I tell you what, it's a stroke of genius from Barcelona, really, knowing they have nothing to lose, really, at this point in the game. Tell Piqué to join the attack, and, well, he rose the highest. The ball, in fairness, right on his head. And what an interesting remainder of this game we have now.
My goodness. 82nd minute. Arsenal just need to run down this clock, but Barcelona, literally both opportunities they have had in this game have been converted. It was a good run from Griezmann. I do believe it was Alex Giardi down the left-hand side, and Piqué is the one to eventually put away a fantastic ball. But maybe Arsenal can counter-attack here to put a ball inside, and Barcelona will recover. This is now going to be Alex Art to try and get the ball forward. Oh my goodness, Piqué is still forward. He's got Griezmann there as well. It's Alex Giardi to try and break through, but David Luiz will clear away. And De Jawa gets that one away, and now it's going to be Indominator, and this is the potential counter-attacking opportunity we spoke about. Pepe can't get going. 89th minute. The Palmer now to Alex Giardi. It's Piqué through with the Palmer. He can't get a hold of it. Arsenal clear their lines. 3 minutes of added time. Is he going to get there? Barbosa, he will. And ever so crucially, he's going to get past as well. Alex R chasing down, but Barbosa is here to just waste the time. It's a great touch to get himself away. And I don't think Barcelona are going to have time to get this one forward. No, they are not. And Arsenal just about take game number 2 here, Harry.
I mean, what an opening match for Matchday 2. That was absolutely incredible. Drama right until the death. Alex R with, I mean, more goals to his tally. 6 goals for the season for him now, but I think the big story is Arsenal taking 3 points away. How many people thought it was Barcelona to win this one outright?